Hello everyone, welcome to Lectures by Aparna. This is the part 2 video of half wave rectifier. The link for part 1 video will be there in the description box just below this video. You can check it if you haven't watched it. So let's start today's session. In today's video, we will do some calculations in half wave rectifier. We will find VDC or the average value of the voltage, VRMS or the root mean square value of voltage, and peak inverse voltage for a half wave rectifier. So the output waveform of a half wave rectifier is like this. This is the input waveform, this is the output waveform. So from the input signal, one half of it will be removed and you will get the rectified output. So first let's calculate the VDC for half wave rectifier. So it is also called the average value, V average, or the mean value of the voltage. VDC is given by the equation. VDC or V average is given by the equation 1 by T integral 0 to T V0 of T dt. V0 of T is the output voltage into dt. So this portion, this is the area. This is the area under this curve, and this T, it is the length of the base. Length of the base. So this is area divided by length of the base. So this gives the average value. Okay. So from this equation we can write VDC is equal to 1 by T into integral of, I am splitting this T into two parts, that is 0 to T by 2 and T by 2 to T. So this will be 0 to T by 2. In 0 to T by 2 its value will be Vm sin omega t, which is the sine wave value, into dt plus integral in T by 2 to T, its value is 0. So it will be 0 dt. So this, from this you can write, consider only this portion. We have to consider only this portion. So this will be, I am taking this Vm outside, Vm by T integral 0 to T by 2 sin omega t into dt. So integrating sin omega t, you get Vm by T minus cos omega t by omega, limits are 0 to T by 2. This will be equal to Vm by omega, I am taking out omega t, minus also I am taking out, into cos, I am applying the limits. So first for t I have to put T by 2. So it will be omega T by 2 minus cos omega into 0. This will be equal to minus Vm by omega t into cos omega t by 2 minus cos 0. Omega is equal to 2 pi by t. So omega t will be equal to 2 pi. Omega t is equal to 2 pi. So here I can write it as 2 pi. Here also I can write it as 2 pi. So this 2 and 2 will cut, so it will be cos pi. Applying the values, it will be minus Vm by 2 pi into cos pi is minus 1 minus cos 0 is 1. So this will be minus Vm by 2 pi into minus 2. This 2 and 2 will cancel. This will be Vm by pi. So this is the value of VDC or V average. So Vm by pi means its value is Vm 0.318 Vm. So the VDC or V average is equal to 0.318 Vm. So that will be somewhere here. So this will be the value of VDC, which is equal to 0.318 of peak value Vm. VDC is the DC component in the voltage waveform. In a pure sine wave, VDC will be equal to 0 for a pure sine wave, because the area in this portion will cancel with area in this portion. But after rectification here, the DC value which was initially here in this portion will get shifted upwards, slightly upwards. Now let us calculate the RMS value or the root mean square value. VRMS is given by the equation root of 1 by t integral 0 to t V0 of t the whole square dt, which will be equal to square root of 1 by t into integral, this is also I am splitting from 0 to t by 2, its value is Vm sin omega t, but it is squared here, so square dt plus 0. Next part will be 0 because the value of the output voltage is 0 there. So this will be equal to this 1 by root t I am taking outside into square root of integral 0 to t by 2 Vm square sin square omega t into dt. So this will be equal to this Vm I am taking outside, Vm square, so that will be Vm by root t into square root of integral 0 to t by 2 sin square omega t into dt. So sin square omega t can be written as, this will be equal to Vm by root t into square root of integral 0 to t by 2 into sin square omega t can be written as 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2 into dt, which will be equal to this 2 also I am taking outside, that will be Vm by root 2t into square root of integral 0 to t by 2 1 minus cos 2 omega t into dt, which will be equal to Vm by root 2t into square root of integral 0 to t by 2 dt minus integral 0 to t by 2 cos 2 omega t into dt, which will be equal to Vm by root 2t into square root of integral dt is t and the limits are 0 and t by 2 minus integral cos 2 omega t will be sin 2 omega t by 2 omega, limit is from 0 to t by 2. This will be equal to Vm by root 2t into square root of, applying limits here, it will be t by 2 minus 0 minus sin 2 omega into t by 2 minus sin 0 divided by 2 omega. This will be equal to Vm by root 2t into t by 2 minus, this 2 and 2 will cancel, sin omega t, omega is equal to 2 pi by t, therefore omega t is equal to 2 pi, therefore sin omega t can be written as sin 2 pi minus sin 0 divided by 2 omega. Sin 2 pi value is 0, sin 0 value is also 0. So this term will become 0. So it will be only this T by 2. Therefore, this can be written as Vm by root 2T into root T by root 2. This will be Vm by 2. So the value of RMS voltage is Vrms is Vm by 2 for a half wave rectifier, where Vm is the peak value of the voltage. Now what is the physical significance of RMS value? See, if you are having an AC signal with RMS value Vrms is equal to 6 volt and you are connecting a lamp to it. So the lamp will shine with the same brightness as you connect a 6 volt DC supply with the same lamp. See, if you are connecting an AC signal with RMS value 6 volt with a lamp, it will shine with the same brightness as it will shine when a DC supply with 6 volt is connected to it. So that is the physical significance of RMS value. Now let us see peak inverse voltage or peak reverse voltage. Peak inverse voltage rating of a diode is of very much importance in the design of rectifiers. So explaining peak inverse voltage, we have to consider diode in the reverse bias condition in half wave rectifier. Peak inverse voltage is the voltage rating that must not be exceeded in the reverse bias region, or otherwise this diode will enter the breakdown region, diode in the half wave rectifier. So peak inverse voltage rating for half wave rectifier can be determined from the diagram shown. So this is the case of a diode in half wave rectifier which is reverse bias. This will be reverse bias because it is the negative polarity that is coming here. So this region will be at a lower potential compared to this region, and so the diode can be replaced by an open circuit. So here Vd is the voltage that is coming across this point, and Vm we are considering the instant when the input wave is reaching its peak value in the negative half cycle, that is minus Vm. So we are considering this instant. This is the time and this is the input waveform, and we are considering the instant when the voltage is reaching the peak in the negative half cycle. So its polarity will be like this, negative will be coming here, plus here, so the diode will be reverse biased. Now let us apply Kirchhoff's voltage law here in this loop. So KVL or Kirchhoff's voltage law says that algebraic sum of voltages in a loop will be equal to 0. So here we are going in this direction. We should note that the current through this will be 0 as this portion is open circuited. So there will be no current in this circuit. So I will be equal to 0. So let's write the equation. While going through in this direction, when going here, you can see that you are going from a negative to a positive potential. So it is an increase in potential, so this will be plus. Now when you reach here, it is again a decrease in potential because you are going from plus to minus. So it will be minus of V0. V0 is a voltage appearing across this resistor. So it will be decrease in potential minus this Vd. This will be equal to 0. Now V0 is equal to current through this resistance into this resistance value. This current is equal to 0, therefore V0 will be equal to 0. So Vm minus Vd equal to 0 because V0 is 0. Therefore Vd will be equal to Vm. Vd, that is the voltage appearing across this point, will be equal to Vm. So when the diode is reverse biased, the voltage that is appearing across this open circuit will be Vm. So the diode should be able to handle this voltage, peak voltage. So the peak inverse voltage for the diode should be greater than or equal to this Vm, so that it can handle this Vm and the diode will not go to the breakdown region. So this is the peak inverse voltage of a diode in a half wave rectifier. That is, its value should be always greater than or equal to the peak value of the input waveform that you are using. So these are some of the calculations coming in half wave rectifier. If this video has helped you, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.